Apparently, I've been living under a rock because this is my first time hearing about the BRAE event, also known as Black Readers Appreciation Event, where over 400 authors are able to share their books via e-readers like your Kindle or iPad mini to readers like myself for us to enjoy all for free. Yes, free. I was able to download 42 books, so I'll be giving a huge book haul today and tell you guys more about the BRAE event. So get ready to dive into a world of stories, unforgettable characters, and endless adventures with me. I'm Jaylene, and welcome back to my channel where we turn every page into a journey. I will be referencing my laptop quite often in this video, so if you see me looking off to the side, that's what I'm looking at. But I do want to tell you guys about the BRAE event. This year it was held from November 12th to November 16th, 2024. I caught on to it pretty late in the game, so I was only able to participate for only 3 days out of the 5 days. But nevertheless, I want to tell you guys about this amazing event. Now, BRAE is an acronym for Black Readers Appreciation Event, and it was created by author A.A. Lewis. I will tag her in the description below to make sure you guys go show her some love on her YouTube and on her TikTok. This is a 5-day event where you're able to download free books on your e-reader. It is a book giveaway, and it has become a cornerstone in the Black literacy community, which is growing every year. And it includes authors from all genres like sci-fi, fantasy, romance, mafia romance, anything you can think of, they have it on the website. A new element that they added to the event this year was audiobooks. From my knowledge, previously they hadn't had audiobooks available, so it's amazing that they were able to give us readers the opportunity to download those books, especially when you don't have time to read a physical book. It's great to always have an audiobook in hand. Now, the mission of this event was to have independent authors be able to showcase their books on the website, and it gives them the opportunity to be seen, respected, and valued. So with the thousands of readers that visit the website every day, millions of books have been downloaded. I'm very glad that A.A. Lewis put this event together. It's been going on for a couple years now, but I'm glad I was able to discover it this year and discover a lot of new indie authors that I probably would have never come across. If you want to stay up to date and know when the next BRAE event will be, make sure to go to their website, sign up for their emails and newsletters to stay up to date. Now on to the book haul. Like I did mention before, I did download 42 books, so we have quite a lot of books to get through. I will be giving a synopsis for each book, but it will be very brief. If you want to go on Amazon or Goodreads to read the full synopsis of each book, please be more than welcome to. I chose books from 10 genres. And I do want to preface a lot of the titles that I will be reading off in this list, they can be intertwined into other genres as well. So if you see a book that is a contemporary romance, it might be also a fantasy. So don't fight me in the comments. First one I'll start with is anthology. Now, I had never heard of an anthology genre before at all. I didn't know what it was, so I obviously had to look up what it was. And if you don't know, it is a collection of short stories from multiple authors that are basically put into one book. Now, the first book that I did download in the anthology genre is called The Freestyle Cipher Volume 2. It has 6 authors, including Octavia Grant, Tanisha Stewart, and many more. I actually started this book last night. I'm about 56% of the way through, and that's all I have to say. Like, it's insane. These authors are deranged in the head. Not to spoil any of the stories in this book, but the themes in this book explore love, murder, redemption, and deception. Hear my son crying in the back, I'm sorry. He's trying to take a nap. The next genre I downloaded was a Christian genre. By no means did you take this term literally. All the characters in this 4-book series are all sinners, quite literally. So the series is called Crestview series by Latoya Getter. The first book is called Laura Me Down, Lust. The main character, her name is Faith Mayberry. She is an attorney in a town called Crestview. She is very career driven and is all about making money and doing what boss bitches do. Now her grandmother is worried that the devil will be after her, that the devil is coming to lie, cheat, and steal. Now she attends a dinner at a new district office where she encounters a new district attorney by the name of Neil. She finds him very attractive, but she's reluctant to pretty much shoot her shot. She goes on social media to try to find the said attorney, and she finds him. She slides in his DMs, sends him a message in hopes that he is single. When Neil finds messages, he is quite flattered, and he messages her back, so they spark up a friendship that quite literally goes too far. They have lustful nights and spicy nights, romance. All the spicy encounters lead to death, deceit, hurt, and secrets. Will they continue to sin or seek God and repent for their actions? So I'm excited to read this series. It's gonna be crazy. I've never been one to read contemporary novels at all, so the fact that I downloaded 9 books from this category, it's pretty good. This first book I'm referring to is called Crazy House by Ken Barlow. It is a psychological thriller that delves into the complexities of mental health and the human psyche. Now, this narrative follows the main character Cameron, his sister Delilah, and their friend Nikita, who have taken refuge at Cameron's boyfriend's house after a flood. What starts as a temporary stay turns into a month-long journey of secrets, personal growth, and unexpected transformations as they navigate love, friendship, and hidden truths. Like, there's gonna be a lot of tea, there's gonna be a lot of secrets being held, and who knows, there might be secret relationships between everyone that's in the house. Next book on the list is For the Love of Lee by Jennifer Janelle. This novel follows the main character. She's a 31-year-old woman named Alicia Roberts. She's striving to overcome past traumas, toxic relationships, and self-destructive habits. As Alicia embarks on a journey of self-discovery and healing, she has to overcome many obstacles as far as letting go of unhealthy connections and relationships, confronting her past, navigating a new complex interracial romance with a gentleman named Carl. It seems like this book is gonna have a lot of heavy topics to discuss. There may be trigger warnings of, like they said, toxic relationships and self-healing. So if you're not one who is able to handle things like that, I wouldn't read this book. But I'm excited to see Alicia's self-growth and self-discovery, to discovering who she is as a woman, healing from her past traumas, and finding love at the end of the day. Hopeless Obsession by T.K. Walker seems like it's gonna be a throuple type of book and a love triangle. It follows the main character Autumn Pete as she becomes infatuated with her married friend Landon Mitchell, who is trapped in a very unhealthy, toxic marriage. Now, the connection between Autumn and Landon lead to a third lover in the picture named Trevor McCoy, who is a man who also has a checkered past. This story explores the themes of love, identity, and consequences of life-altering choices. I've never read a throuple type of romance, especially with same-sex, so this ought to be interesting. Moving right along, the next book is called The Bag Ladies of Evandale by Michelle Davis Newell. It follows a group of 4 ladies: Josie, London, Maya, and Brianna. As these ladies join group therapy, they are wanting to confront their emotional baggages. Secrets and truths resurface. Their bonds are tested by scandal and personal struggles, forcing them to choose between division and healing through them, and through their friendship and wanting to become more self-aware. This is giving Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but with a lot of trauma, and I feel like a lot of their stories and their trauma is going to be intertwined. The Roses Are Blue by Trinity James follows 3 sisters called the Blue Sisters: Alexandra, Sophie, and Savin, who after losing their parents navigate love, personal growth, and life challenges. Alexandria has to step into the motherly role for her sisters. Sophie balances life as a new mother and with a new love, all while Savin questions her engagement when faced with her past. These sisters have to stick together in order to discover themselves and face trials as a family. Now, this book I'm especially excited to read because it's called The Secret Lives of Mothers. As some of you may know, I am now a new mom. This book was written by B.M. Green. Now, this book is a collection of short stories. It helps explore joys, struggles, and complexities of Black motherhood, unplanned pregnancies, and family secrets to strain relationships and navigate parenthood during a pandemic. Each story offers a raw, intimate perspective on the lives of diverse mothers. I'm really eager to read this book because I do want to know the perspective of other Black mothers that I really don't get to see on a day-to-day basis. I'm sure I'll be able to relate in some kind of way, and I know that there's going to be a lot of heavy-hitting topics in this book, so I'm excited to read it. This might be the second book that I read from this whole collection after I finish the Freestyle Cipher Volume 2. Last on the list for contemporary is called Unfortunately Francie by Joan Vassar. Now this is a dark romance set in Atlanta in 1995. After a disastrous date, Francie Adams crosses paths with Troy Bryant, who is recently released from wrongful incarceration and imprisonment. Their unexpected encounter leads to a complex, intense relationship exploring themes of love, anger, and redemption. It seems like this book will be like the show Love After Lockup. If you've watched that show before, you know how crazy it is. Moving right along to fantasy, I have a total of 3 books in this genre. 2 of the books are a 2-book series and 1 is just a standalone. This cover is so beautiful, I can't wait to read this book. This series is called Luke and Adonis. It follows 2 strangers after a stargazing boat tour goes awry. They are rescued by mermaids, drawn into an underwater realm. It sounds good already. Luke and Adonis are tasked with uniting humans and mermaids. They confront challenges like sorcery and slavery, while discovering love, friendship, and their hidden powers. Saga continues as they embrace their destinies to battle darkness and protect both worlds. I've never read a fantasy series or a sci-fi series that have to do with mermaids at all, so I'm very excited to read this. Supersized Bubblegum by A.E. Noble seems like a fun, quirky, and comedic type of book. This novel follows 4 plus-size friends who gain superpowers from mysterious bubblegum while searching for snacks. One of the friends happens to get abducted, so they team up with unlikely allies to confront supervillains, rescue their friend, and thwart an evil plot, all while embracing friendship. The cover of this book is so cute. I love the colors. I love the theme of the book. It seems like it's giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it has to do with Black girl power. And instead of pizza, it's bubblegum. One of my favorite genres now is thriller and horror. I've downloaded 6 books under this genre. Dear Diary by Lakeisha Burkett is a novel about a young girl's journey of self-discovery through her diary entries, revealing her struggles, dreams, resilience as she navigates the challenges of adolescence. From what I read from the actual synopsis, it seems like her father's not one of the best people to have in her lives, so she writes her experiences in her journal as far as the life that she's living. Road to Malevolence by Samara Alexander is next on the list. It is a 2-book series, a psychological thriller that entails a 9-year-old by the name of Janet Moore. She discovers her father's deepest, darkest secrets, which leads her to confronting betrayal and unleashing hidden darkness as she seeks vengeance. And her actions threaten her family and her innocence. It seems like Janet has bitten off more than she can chew because she's all up in adults' business where she should not be. Another anthology that I downloaded is called Sick XOXO by Kenya Moss Dime. It is a collection of stories, of course, exploring dark sides of love, sex, and obsession. From monstrous inheritance to hellish encounters, each tale delves into the terrifying extremes of human emotions and the horrors that emerge when love turns sinister. I wish I would have discovered this book around Halloween because it gives very much spooky vibes. But it's never too late to read a horror. I will always be down to read one. The Con Artist by Kira James is a romantic thriller. It follows the character named Axel, who is a manipulative artist who kidnaps his ex, Giselle, after she moves on with her life. Trapped by her ex, Giselle must find the strength to outwit him and reclaim her freedom, navigating a chilling fate of love, deception, and resilience. Last on the horror list is one of my favorite authors, Octavia Grant. She wrote the book Who Can You Trust? And it is a collection of dramatic stories exploring betrayal, forbidden relationships, and deceit within families. You know, family ties go deep, but when there is drama and hidden secrets in families, it can get messy. Each tale reveals the dark complexities of trust and the painful reality that sometimes family can be worse enemies. I was exploring the LGBTQAI genre on the website, and I actually downloaded one of the books from there. It is called The Color of Honey by Ty Robbins. This is another anthology book about Black lesbian women navigating love, desire, and self-discovery in New York City. Set in vibrant locales like Harlem and Greenwich Village, she celebrates resilience and the richness of their relationships and experiences. I know I've said this once and I will say it again, romance is not my top tier genre, but I actually did download 7 books from the romance genre, and I'll let you know what those are now. Black Girl Love Story by F. Cadence. It is about discovering love, desires, and relationships through the lives of Black women. From first loves to unexpected matches and marital struggles and online dating risks. Sketchy. Each story captures the complexities and the joys of modern romance. Now, the East Book Chronicles by Rowdy Rooksey is a 2-book series. The first book is called Thorns and Gloves, and the second one's called Vanessa's Choices. The series can be read as standalone novels. It is set in a small town of Eastbrook, which secrets, love, and resilience shape the lives of its residents. Each story explores the deep connections from Gabriella and Griffin's fight against danger in Thorns and Gloves, which is the first book, to Vanessa's journey of passion and self-discovery in the second book, Vanessa's Choice. This series weaves the tales of love and courage against the backdrop of a close-knit community. I don't know about you, but I have a fear of being watched and being stalked. Now, in this next book, it's called In the Shadows by Nalo Stewart. It follows the main character, Khalida Freeman, and Kamau Wade. They are colleagues drawn together by a shared paranoia of being watched. As their mutual attraction grows between each other, anonymous threats escalate, forcing them to confront their stalkers while navigating their deepening relationship and the dangers surrounding them. This reminds me of a Lifetime movie. I can't even lie. It's a vibe series by J.D. Southwell I've seen all over my book talk. I've seen my friend Brittany talk about it, and it looks very good. I know that it's a spicy romance, and I can't wait to read it. Now, this 2-book series explores love, self-discovery, and second chances. Now, in the first book, 40 Hours with a Stranger, Ashley and Nicholas, both at crossroads in their lives, find unexpected connection during a cross-country journey. The second book, They're Not Strangers, Denise and Azo confront their complicated past while navigating a shared project kindling feelings. This series highlights personal growth, forgiveness, and the power of love amidst life's challenges. Running Game by Renee Wolfe is a sports romance about Tessa Jackson. She's a former track star turned coach who meets Devin Grant, who is a Team USA basketball player during the World Games in Paris. As her romance blossoms, Tessa must confront her past fears and embrace the possibilities of love and new beginnings. I had to download a couple seasonal books because we are approaching the month of December, and I have to read some sort of Christmas book. Holiday Boyfriend by Tracy Reed is a festival romance about Valerie Cummings, who finds unexpected love through a secret Santa, and Christian Nichols, whose chance encounter with her turns into a memorable holiday romance. This seems like it'll be such a cliche holiday romance, but I'm here for it. I can't wait to do Vlogmas because I will be reading quite a few seasonal books that I'll download from Kindle Unlimited. So if you guys have any recommendations for seasonal books that I can read for the month of December, just let me know down in the comments. The second seasonal book is Last Christmas by Queen T. It follows the main character named Holiday, who discovers she's pregnant after a one-night affair. A year later, she unites with her former lover's family during the holidays, sparking unresolved feelings and revealing her child's paternity. The story explores love, family, and the consequences of past choices. We're almost done. I only have 2 more genres to go through. I downloaded 3 books from the urban romance, street literature, mafia romance category. The first book is called Black Cartel Kings by Doc Lowry. This is a crime novel about John Carter, who is a cartel leader imprisoned, leading his right-hand man, Damian Jordan, to protect their empire amidst power struggles and external threats. It explores loyalty, power, and the challenges of organized crime. That's right up my alley. I love books like this. Karma by Quan Parker follows a 14-year-old by the name of Teresa Vasco, who, after losing her parents, teams up with Javion to hunt their killers. As Karma, she wreaks havoc on Las Vegas underworld, uncovering devastating truths that will lead her with even more questions. Another favorite author of mine is Elle Kaysen. She wrote this series called The Beauty of the Streets. It follows the Kinsey brothers, Trey and Tripp, leaders of a Texas cartel, and their tumultuous relationships. Trey's relationship with Shamar, a college student giving him a collateral, grows from captivity to love, while Tripp and Shamar's best friend, Sin, find their own unexpected connections. Both couples face challenges as they navigate love amidst the dangers of criminal lifestyles. Last but not least is the YA genre. I don't typically read YA, but a lot of these titles under this category caught my attention. Hey Black Girl by Janae Harden follows a young girl by the name of Raven, who is 17 years old, and her friends in a small Louisiana town as they navigate family secrets and generational trauma. When Raven's troubled cousin, Carter, comes to live with them, the family must confront their past and find strength in the love of forgiveness and to heal. Phoenix and Giovanni by Renoya Lovely Wilson. Phoenix is a non-binary individual navigating gender dysphoria. After meeting Giovanni, a deep bond forms through shared struggles, leading Phoenix on a journey of self-discovery and learning to embrace their identity. My next pick is called The Realm. It could also be under fantasy and sci-fi. This book was written by Sylvester and Angel Barze. It is called The Essence Saga. I only downloaded the first book out of the series, and it follows the main character. Her name is Essence Marie Jones. She is a teenager plagued by vision of destruction. These dreams reveal a hidden world where she must face her fears and uncover her destiny. Very vague description, but as all fantasy books, you don't really get much description out of it, and it really won't make sense to you until you start reading the fantasy book. Vanessa is Not a Victim by Gabrielle S. Clark looks like an amazing book. It follows the main character, 17-year-old Vanessa, who is a horror movie fanatic. She discovers a classmate's body at school, who was obviously unalived. Determined to face the killer, she plans to become the next target, but instead ends up protecting her peers. This darkly humorous thriller blurs the lines between hunter and hunted. The very last book is a series. I only downloaded book 1. It's called Xanthia by Nicholas P. Adams II. It follows the main character, Micah. He is a young man whose city is destroyed by an ancient evil. Joined by friends Tristan and Sapphire, he embarks on a dangerous journey to confront the malevolent force, discovering he may hold the key to saving their world. Those are all the books that I downloaded from the BRAE event. I hope you guys participate next year. I can't wait to read all these books that I've read from this list. It's gonna take me quite a while, but I can't wait to read them. I'll be giving you guys reading vlogs from the books that I have downloaded, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Before you leave, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a video. Thanks.